Minecraft has changed a lot over the years. From old textures to weird game mechanics, some features have been completely removed. And sometimes, I kind of miss them. I like how the game's more polished now, but there's something charming about the way it used to be. So today I'm gonna build and bring back Minecraft's most nostalgic and forgotten features. So the first thing I want to build is this old little dude, these old guys. Look at those. I've got some texture packs installed to just re-establish the old Minecraft textures. It's gonna be fun. And for that, I'm going to need a whole lot of cherry wood, which I've already got. That's nice. I'm also going to need some green concrete, which I've also already got. I'm also going to need to grab some hardened clay. That's right. Before it was called terracotta, it was called hardened clay. So just like this, hardened clay. I'm going to need to turn this hardened clay into pink hardened clay. I need a lot more than that. Hecky. Someone told me I can bone meal cactus flower. Is that true? I don't know. It doesn't look like you can bone meal cactus flower. Ow. This one would be pink, right? Yeah, mate. Let's just grab a bunch of pink dye from here. Oh my gosh, the old doors. Oh. Now that is good quality. Back to what I was doing. Dude! Did not quite have enough blocks of gold, so let's just grind up some of that gold from our gold farm. I'm in need of a bit more hardened clay, and oh my gosh, look at the dead bushes. That is nostalgic. These builds are going to be good fun, playing with this resource pack and just remembering all of the memories. And that should be just about it. Those are all the blocks I reckon we need. Let's get out of here and build a freaking pigman. Now, I reckon we should probably build this guy right in the nether wastes, because that's the OG nether biome. So, yeah, probably around here would be good. Ooh, tucked over and around here. Yeah, this is perfect right here. Yeah, glorious. Let's chuck my helmet on. Oh my goodness, that's... wow. Let's grab all our blockies and let's get building. Oh my goodness, what the heck? It's a pigman that isn't zombified. This is what the nether could have been if they didn't retexture the game and stuff. Like, this is crazy. Oi, get out of here. What the heck, man? That's so weird. I remember back in my day, the nether didn't really have anything useful in it. But then again, I guess it did have a few little useful things, just really basic stuff. For example, netherrack. Netherrack was the way you would make a fireplace because you could light fire on it and it would never burn out. The other use it had was glowstone, because freaking glowing blocks was the coolest things, and it would always make an aether portal, hope that the aether was added to Minecraft, and then be severely disappointed. There was no such thing as nether fortresses at first, it was just this fire dimension of death. There we hecking go. Look at this boy. He's got his sword raised in the air, ready to go into battle. Beautiful. I did actually originally build this dude without the resource pack enabled, so this is what he looks like without the resource pack. So as you can see, the colors are a bit more like accurate to what the texture is. Like the cherry wood looks a lot better like this with the build, and the golden sword, the gold blocks look so weird in old Minecraft. This looks a lot more like a golden sword than this. Yeah, but that's okay. This just makes this video extra unique and epic and strange and weird, and I love it. And then I accidentally left my time-lapse recording, so I spent the next 20 minutes staring at my table, and I recorded every single minute of it. Now, the next nostalgic removed feature I want to build is the rose. If you didn't know, there used to be these roses in the game. And then they were replaced with poppies because roses unrealistically can't do what they were doing, which was just being a single rose spawning on the ground. So for that, I'm just going to need a bunch more of the green blocks for the leaves and the stem and all that. In fact, I'd like to just solidify some of this a lot easier. Oh my goodness, there's the old TNT sound. That is ancient. What the heck? That is just incredibleness. Oh my goodness, the old glass. That is so nostalgic. Here we go. Chuck all this in here. I'm also going to need some of the red blocks. Like red hardened clay. Very nice. And I should also like some stripped mangrove logs. And I need some red wool. And you know what else I need? I'm gonna need a whole lot of blue stuff. Because did you know, there used to be blue roses in, I think it was in Pocket Edition or something. I've seen some images of them and they just look so beautiful. I really like the way they looked, and I'm really sad that we never had them in a game because they just look amazing. Oh my gosh, the old shears texture, that is... wow. That is a throwback. All right, that should be everything we need, and I know the perfect place to build these roses. We shall bring some of Minecraft's newest updates to Minecraft's oldest updates, and I will add it to my azalea creaking figure right here. We've got this beautiful flower forest. I think it would be perfect to add a rose and a blue rose somewhere here. I don't know if it's meant to be called blue rose or blue flower or whatever, but I'm just going to call it the blue rose. Let's heck and build something epic. Flowers, I think, are a pretty underrated feature in Minecraft. I remember we used to only have roses and dandelions, or maybe even I could remember just having roses, I'm not sure. It's been great having a whole lot more colors added, but you know what, Mojang? If you added more flowers, nobody would complain. So let me just ask you who are watching. If you could add one more flower to Minecraft, what flower would it be? And what color would it be? Because some flowers come in many different colors. I personally would just add this blue flower back. It looks so nice. The color is just such a nice, pretty, vibrant blue. It'd be so cool. Epic, look at that. We've got the OG rose right here. It's a giant version of it with like 3D-ness. And then over here we have the blue rose, which is very pretty. Now the next thing that I'm gonna build is the old ores. Oh my gosh, look at this. That is so freaking nostalgic. The iron, oh my gosh, man. Yep, that's amazing. I'm gonna build a big, good old stack tower of all the old ores. I'm quite excited to do this. It was only recently that we got all of the ore textures changed to be very different to how we all used to know and love them. And I think that the change was pretty needed. Like, I think that it's a pretty nice little polishing up of the game, but that doesn't stop me from looking back on the old ore textures very fondly. You see, I'm the kind of person who, like, I'll enjoy nostalgia, but I'll also appreciate polishing and, like, updated things. Oh, frick. Well, nice. Ah, I love the sound of Endermen breaking their ankles before me. Now I'm gonna build these ores in a tower like this. And no, it's not going to just be this underwhelming little tower like that. No, I'm gonna build them giant. I'm gonna build a giant tower of stone ore. It's gonna be amazing. It's actually gonna be really cool. It's gonna be like a giant skyscraper thing just in the midst of this amazing world. Let's just get these bad boys back. And I need to just get myself a bunch of materials to get the right colors and stuff for all these colorful, nice minerals. Might just make some bundles for all the different colors we need. Oh my goodness, that looks so cool. What? Kind of love taking damage, honestly. Other than all this stone and all these colorful items that I want to make all the minerals, there's one more item I need. And that would have to be amethyst. I want amethyst because I want tinted glass, and I think it would be nice to separate the ore blocks with tinted glass. You see what I mean? In the future. Alright, I believe this is all the stuff I need, so let's just dig all this up, and let's go and build a heckin' ore skyscraper. Right here, I reckon, would be a cool spot. Let's see how the heck this bad boy looks, you know what I'm saying? First, I should probably clear out some of these trees. Heck, there's a lot of trees here. Oh, man, looking at these trees with their old textures, that is so nostalgic. Even though I didn't like birch trees back in the day, it's like, wow, those look beautiful. But also they look so much better in today's Minecraft. Alright, I reckon I'm ready to build all the way up here, you know what I'm saying? Let's heck and do it. That looks incredible. What the heck? I love this. An ore skyscraper. I just reckon it probably needs a roof. Oh, I missed a block there. Oh, that sounded like it really hurt. Let's just make a bit of a roof right here. And there we go. That's epic. Whoa, you can see down on the inside. Wait, hang on. I kind of want to go in the inside. Whee! Can I land it? Whoa. That's so cool. I love this. Oh my goodness. It's just so cool. Now we're about to dive into the strange, old, ancient days of Minecraft. Oh my, this is not what I want. There we go, that's better. Some of these features I'm about to build, not a whole lot of people know about. And we're gonna start with the brick pyramid, which I think that a fair people kind of know about this one, but just wait and see because it's about to get really weird after this one. You see, before there was a way to obtain bricks in Minecraft with clay, they just made these giant brick pyramids spawn around the world. It was like, what the frick, brick, man? There was a brick and pyramid around there. What's going on? And there would just be so many friggin' bricks. Everyone was freaking bricked out. And I want to build one. Build a giant brick pyramid because I think that would just be freaking awesome. But the thing is, I don't really have a... What the heck? Is that seriously what brown mushroom used to look like? Whoa. I cannot remember that. I don't really have any bricks. And I think the best way to get bricks is not villages, but just going and finding a lush cave and mining the heck out of it. So yes, that is the task I shall put on myself. Oh my goodness, the lush caves. This looks really strange. This is really cool. I mean, it's not actually like programmer art here because this is just where the texture pack artist has gone the extra mile and styled things what they could have been if they were added in the alpha days. And wow. It's really fascinating. Yes, look at all that clay. It's beautiful. Give it all to me. I need every bit of it. I need 26,000 clay to be exact. Well, not even exact. I rounded it down, didn't I? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, little did I realize just how long it would take me to get all of the clay and then smelt all of it into bricks. Me and a bunch of the other hackers spent about 2 hours mining the clay and collecting it, and then we spent about 6 hours smelting it, or I spent about 6 hours smelting it, because while I was smelting it, everyone else was having fun with the minecarts, and I may or may not have gotten a bit distracted at points. Oh yeah,
yeah. So like all of the files that I needed to send him are just gone. I don't know where they went.
Almost there.
Oh! Wait, that's actually awesome. It turned back up. It sent
did it
him
hit
up.
and then go up?
What? Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna go. Oh
right.
my god.
Narfi.
What? Okay, I have officially run out of fuel for all of this clay, which means one thing and one thing only. Yeah, I need to get some more fuel. And yeah, I had a big chaotic session with all the other guys that were online. It was good fun. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, now that it's late at night for them, I'm the only one online because I'm Australian. And so I can use this farm and no one will hinder the spawn rates and it is going to be fantastic. Alright, I've been doing this for like 2 hecking hours and I think that I'm happy with the amount of coal that I've got from here. Just grab all that. Let's fly the heck out of here, I reckon. And let's just fill this bad boy with the coal blocks. Oh my gosh, good. It's gonna be good to get some more fuel in these bad boys. And while this all smelts up, I reckon I will grab all these buckets and I'll fill them with lava so that I can chuck all that lava in here and fill up this fuel with lava too. Man, I did not expect, like, we are still here smelting freaking clay. It's been 8 hours in real life since I went to the lush caves and started mining clay, and it's taken this long to finally get to this point where it's almost finished being smelted. But it's nighttime for me. I mean, like in real life and in Minecraft, so I reckon I'm just gonna have a good night's sleep, and tomorrow I'll be ready to build a brick here at Frickamid, whatever you call it. Yeah. Okay, I mean, there's still furnace is cooking a bit, but we have got 6 full shulker boxes of hecking bricks. And so I reckon it's about time to freaking build a brickin' pyramid, you know what I'm freaking saying, yeah. I reckon it'd be pretty sick to just build it right over here by our original brog. Yeah, mate. Yeah, right here is a nice open spot for it. Beautiful. We better just clear out a bit of a space for it so that we don't get anything just in the way like grass. I should probably light up the place before I go and cover it all in darkness. Right, I'm ready to spend the next however long it takes placing bricks and making a freaking pyramid. Let's do it. Epic. This is so cool. This was in the game before I played it, like they removed it before I started playing it, and it's just crazy to imagine. Apparently there was nearly like 1 billion of these giant brick pyramids in the world, And I haven't really done it justice because, well, this one's hollow. So it's like, they used to be fully solid brick pyramids. It was the way that people got bricks. And this is also a bit smaller than they used to be because hecking, it was taking so hecking freaking long to get all the bricks that I needed. It's crazy. Now, the next thing that I want to build is another structure. It's a really fascinating idea. I'm gonna need a bunch of moss for it. I need some cobblestone. Let's just combine these beautiful elements together. Oh, look at that old school texture. That is coolness. Now I'm just gonna grab a compass and I'm going to fly all the way to the exact pinpoint of spawn, which is right about here. Where's the exact block? Okay, this block here is spawn. Just chuck that there. Clear a little bit of space. What I'm building right here is the starter house. Because if you didn't know, you used to spawn inside a little mossy cobblestone house in the early days of Minecraft, which is just fascinating. Imagine if it stayed as a feature and they just improved the house to like look really nice. But no, they decided to change things up and we now spawn just out in the wild, out in the wilderness or sometimes in a village. And I think that that is a better way to start, but it's still really interesting to think about. Like, imagine if they kept that feature and they improved it rather than just removing it. And there we go, it's done. Well, the exterior is done. That is Notch's amazing building skills right there. Just a mossy cobble house. But the interior was even better. It had a torch here, a torch there, and I think it had a chest here and a double chest there. And inside these chests were every single block and item in the game. 99 of each, I think it was. And I would go and get every single item and put them in these chests, but they wouldn't fit inside these chests, and someone else on the server already did that. I remember back in the day, getting mossy cobble, the only way to get it was from mining it from dungeons, from where you find mob spawners. That was the only way to get this, and then they added them in jungle temples as well. It wasn't like it was a block that was super rare, but it was not very normal to have large amounts of it, even though it's like such a cool block. I might actually grab this ender chest and just sneakily just replace this small chest with the ender chest, even though it really is not the way it was. It's just really practical to have an ender chest at spawn. It's useful, okay? Okay. Now let's just grab ourselves some oak wood, which was previously just called wood, fun fact. And we'll also grab ourselves some stone, and I'm just gonna sneakily build the updated version of the starter house because they actually did update it eventually. They updated it from mossy cobblestone to a stone floor and wood walls. And a wood roof. Open our door, chuck in our chests. Boop, boop. There we go. We got starter house 2.0. So they did actually update it, but then they removed it. So rest in peace, starter house. It was once an epic feature, but now it isn't. That's what it is. It's just not. My question for you is, which starter house do you think is cooler? The mossy cobblestone one or the wood one with the stone floor? Let me know in the comments. Let's get on to the next bad boy of a build. These next features that I'm gonna build are features that I didn't even know about until I started researching to get ideas for this video. So just put your seatbelts on while I show you the weirdest, deepest, strangest, scariest things in Minecraft. Or I probably wouldn't call them scary, but they're strange and weird, just like me. I've gotten a little bit creative with this one. It is rather fascinating. It's kind of like this feature was almost going to be added, but then Mojang had a better idea, which I reckon is a way better idea. So I'm going to put the losing feature on a dirt podium. I'm going to put the winning feature on a nice shiny blue podium that is taller than the dirt one. All right, these are all the materials I need. Let's go and heck and build this. So first, let me just build the podiums that I'm going to build the builds on top of. Well, bam! Epic. So we got a dirt podium for the loser and a blue shiny podium for the winner. And let me tell you what the winner is before I tell you what the loser is. The winner is redstone. Redstone was added to Minecraft before I started playing it, and it has been a huge, epic part of the game that makes it incredibly unique for its engineering, and the things that you can do with it is just crazy. There we go. There's the old original texture of redstone dust for you. And over on the losing side, it's really interesting. On the losing side, we have a mechanic that was briefly added into the game, and then it was removed. I don't know why, but I guess redstone was just better. And you know what? I reckon I agree. It would be so cool to have things like gears in the game, but thinking about it, like redstone is just so much more unique and creative, and if we didn't have redstone, Minecraft would just not be the same. There we go. Look at that. This is just out in the middle of nowhere in the world as well. So I reckon if any of the other hackers are just flying by, they'll just see this and be like, what the frick even is this? It's so random out of context, but I love it. It tells a beautiful story of how redstone won an epic battle against gear. Still would be cool to have gears, but redstone's just that freaking good. Now the next feature or features, they're two separate things but similar. They're so weird. I did not know these were a thing. I'm gonna need a good combination of blue concrete and red concrete and other blue and red blocks. All right, here are our blocks for these builds that I'm about to do. Let us go and hecking build them, mate. Yeah. I reckon it would look cool to build them either side of this pyramid. Now let me tell you what I'm building. So these items were called the water and the lava spawners. Basically the way they worked was they were like monster spawners, but instead of monsters they spawned water and lava. It was how players could get infinite access to lava and water, where you would just get lava and water that spawned next to this, and then you collect that, and then eventually more water or lava would spawn next to the water or lava spawner. It's really weird, but it's fascinating that this used to be in the game, and I'd never heard of it before. It's really cool. Both of the blocks were completely full blocks, and neither of them were transparent in any way. I guess it was probably removed because it was just a really weird way to get water and lava, and it was probably just while they were trying to figure out how the heck do we implement liquid into the Minecraft blocky game. Epic. Wow, that actually does look like lava and water. That's actually great. Oh, amazing builds. Just playing Minecraft in nostalgia mode. Thanks for watching the video and stuff. Bye.